There's no doubt that the Greek philosopher and mathematician Pythagoras, who was born between 580 and 500 BC, is the father of Western numerology in the form that we know it today. Now, today, numerology is considered a fake science or pseudoscience compared to other sciences such as biology or astronomy or mathematics. However, all of this is part of a misinformation technique or information that comes from, the religious establishment for sciences such as alchemy or numerology or even astrology, which were real sciences that were used much before than what we know today, for example, as organic chemistry or even mathematics. So keep an open mind as this technique, and we'll find when we do the divine number and divine triangle, you will find out that it is very, very accurate. So going back to Pythagoras, Pythagoras believed that the world was built upon the power of numbers. And we can see this numbers everywhere. You can see numbers in every routine, from how it is used for numbers that, social security number, like we were talking before, your passport, your ID, any kind of loan application, when you go to your student ID, when you go to school, the house that you live, everything is really numbers. But Pythagoras said that everything is numbers, and to know numbers is to know thyself. According to the Pythagorean theory, everything in the universe is composed of a mathematical pattern. And thus all things can be expressed in numbers. And if you're one of my students, we talk sometimes about the golden ratio in class. But these numbers correspond to universal vibrations that are, there are some that are personal to you, and then also we have vibrations that have to do with a group. There are vibrations that have to do with the world, even the environment, and even different states have different vibrations. In this way, Pythagoras believed that numbers are the keys that can unlock the secrets of the universe and nature. It was Pythagoras who laid down the basic tenets of Western numerology, which operates by reducing compound numbers down to the 9 primary numbers, each of which is assigned a particular meaning and symbolism. According to this methodology, all names and birth dates can be reduced to numbers in order to determine the personalities and destinies of individuals. Even philosophers, and we're going to learn about the historical traditions of numerology. We have a picture here of John Dee performing an experiment before Queen Elizabeth I, and this is a painting by Henry Gillard Glendoni, in which he is performing experiments and using numerology also. So we will learn that numerology has been used over the centuries, from long time ago, before even the Middle Ages, and it was used because it was extremely accurate. So in medieval times, numerology was known as arithmancy or numerancy or numeromancy, and it was used for predicting the future. It was also used widely in conjunction with astrology and divination, and we'll learn later on how numerology and part of it is also used for natal charts and astrological charts, and also for divination techniques. We will also learn later on, towards the end of the course, about a method for divination that involves using tables of fate. upon which numbers were cast in order to divine the possible answers to certain questions that an individual wanted answered. Like we see in the picture, one of the most well-known numerologists during these times was Dr. John Dee. And Dr. Dee was the official court magician of Queen Elizabeth I of England. She relied heavily upon his divinatory powers. He was even asked to work out the most auspicious day for for her coronation. So we're gonna learn about numerology today because Pythagoras left only a fragmented part in details of his system of numerology. There are many differences in numerological interpretation today. And of course, you can go to any Barnes and Nobles, you can find little texts or books online about numerology. But I would say that numerology is a part of the pop culture now. However, these texts are kind of incomplete and just, I would say they're actually trying to more sell copies or to impress something that make it seem more like whimsical than what actually numerology is. So numerology is definitely a system, and for the purposes of this book, we're gonna choosing to interpret more than just what it will come in a normal basic course, which could be in the birth number or life path number or soul number, and so on. In the next video, we're gonna learn how numerology works and understand some of the basic significance of the numbers 1 through 9. Stay tuned. And as I was doing this course, I wanted to make a course that was interactive and not so rigor based and with so much theory that you will get bored because there is a lot of information. But I also wanted to make a course that covered more than just your basic, finding the 4 numbers and your 4 personal numbers in numerology, and give you a very basic idea of what numerology is, more like a pop culture thing. What I wanted to do with the course was to for you to learn everything that is of numerology from a useful tool for you to find answers to your life challenges and personal challenges and career or relationship challenges, so you can see what the future, how the future might present yourself, and that way you can, of course, with free will, take appropriate measures. So I'll see you in the next video, in which we're gonna learn more about the numbers 1 through 9 and then start calculating on our blackboard some of the most important numbers for you. See you soon.